What's going on, guys? Today's video, we are going to be doing a lot of servicing here inside the shop. I know everybody's gonna be in the comment section on me about getting a haircut. I said I was gonna get one in the last video. I swear I'm gonna get one. I went up there, my barber that I used was not in that day. That was not able to happen. I'm hoping that he is in today, but I won't be able to get up there until this afternoon. I gotta leave here in about 10 minutes because I am going over to drop off new shirts and hats to get screen printed and embroidered. That's right, guys. It's been far too long and we are bringing merch back to the website. You can click my link in the description down below, head over to our website and get your merch. We're gonna have new shirts, new hats, hoodies, and a lot more stuff coming to the site here in the next couple weeks. But we got to get ready for Swan Fest, which is our first event, October 2nd through the 4th at Rockingham Dragway. So that means both of these cars need to be serviced, ready to go. While I'm getting out of here, Jesse is going to be tearing these engines down. This one needs a full service. It's got roughly about 26 passes on it. It needs to have new rings, new springs, and new set of rods inside this deal. We are running this thing at 125 overdrive. It seems to be liking it, and we're gonna continue with this setup at 125 overdrive. We are taking prenup. Prenup's only got 5 passes on it because it was a fresh motor going into that first event in Texas. Came out of that event with a win, but there's some things that we are changing to be able to try to be better and be faster. So we are going to be converting this engine over to 125% overdrive. And also we sent the transmission out to Mark Mickey to have him move some gears around and try some things that we feel will be a little bit faster with this setup, being that it's a lot heavier, adding to all steel and all glass. So while I'm gone, Jesse's gonna knock out some time lapses, get these engines tore apart. When I get back, we will go ahead and get this stuff swapped out so we get these engines put back together, because we are roughly about 2 weeks away from throwing our first event. What's up, guys? I'm back here inside the shop. As you can see, went and got the noggin on tuned up. Looks like Jesse got some things knocked out today, boys. He's doing a phenomenal job. I already went through, changed out the rods, put the rods that are going to be going on here to make this thing 125% overdrive. So we are going to get ready. We are going to slap this engine back together. I'm hoping to have the M&M transmission back here tomorrow. If it does come in, we'll be able to get that going, because next week we're going to be gone up at Modern, dropping off the Pro Mod to get it worked on and get it measured out for wiring. And we will also be dynoing Rick's new twin turbo car. So we're gonna go ahead and knock this thing back together real fast and continue moving on. And then once we get done with that, we'll move over to making sure we get money bag done as well. He's already went through, he's already serviced all the heads, got new springs, everything's ready to go. We'll go through and we'll do this engine when we're done. I will tell you what though, I think the new oil filter canisters are better. I love it. Way better.
Every day I was able to pull it off and pull the filter out. I didn't have to fight it or anything. Now the only thing I'm ready for is, because I did have to rush between rounds and want to check it, is the separating one for the fuel filter.
I'm trying to see if they'd make that one. I don't know. But the fuel filter, we should only have to check every other 2-3 races. But
I
I mean,
just
we'll just
checked
get
it.
into a point where we check it every race, but at least just once a race, because that really ever does anything.
Yeah, I checked it before, just precaution when
Yeah.
the injector.
So everything's looking good. We're gonna get these things back up and going so we can get Travis and them in there. Also, everybody has been wondering when my dad was gonna make a pass. We're trying to get the cars back together and all the parts here to be able to. He's going to make a hit in prenup. Don't worry, we'll bring that to the channel for y'all. Y'all are gonna get to see my dad make a pass in prenup. He's done all the tuning over the years. He has put me up to the front where you see us racing at. A lot of it goes to my dad and the credits to him. So he asked me if he could make a pass in the car, and I said, for sure, let's go ahead and do it. So he is on this weight journey where he's losing a bunch of weight. And he's finally hit the point where he feels comfortable that he can get in and out of the car and that he can run it. So we're going to get him fitted for a suit, get that all ready, and we're going to get him stuffed down inside prenup. But enough of me talking. Let's get back to it. Let's go ahead and slap these front 4 in, and then we could go ahead and do the back 4 and start throwing the heads and everything back on this thing to get it up and running as soon as we can. All right, guys, I realized that we haven't really been showing y'all a whole lot, and I told y'all I was going to show you a whole lot more, so I apologize for that. We got this engine together. All we got to do is put our rocker stands and all that on and put our push rods in ready to go, and then we're going to move over to this one. Right now, we just got new rods in. Shout out to MGP Connected Rods. They are official rod sponsor of Justice Farmstead Racing, and I called them up, told them that we love the set that was inside Money Bag at the 125 Overdrive. Is there a way that we can get a set expedited to be able to put in prenup and also put back in this car here? Because we usually go between 22 and 25 passes. I only needed one more set that I feel like to get me through the rest of the year. So they made it happen. They got it overnighted. They just showed up. We are going to go through and we are going to break the rod bolts. When the rods come from the manufacturer, you know, they are torqued at a certain spec. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to put your impact gun on there and ugga that thing off. So we got our press steel over here, and we're able to put our rod brake tool right here. What's going to happen is we're going to take one of these rods and you're going to set it in here, and then you will clamp it down, and then we will take this and we will break the rod bolt. I'm not gonna do that right now because you do need to put your hand on it to make sure it's nice and snug, but you understand the deal. So we'll get that broke and then we'll set them back over here. Once they're all said and done, we will get hooked up with our Total Seal rings and our diamond pistons and get everything swapped out, figure out what's good, what's not good. I haven't went through this setup yet. We did find out that we had 2 bent rods inside Prenup's engine. Had to probably been doing something either when we knocked the tires off or we were trying to run it a lot harder than what it could have took. Also carrying the extra weight, that played a factor as well. So luckily we went through and checked that, made that all good, because it probably wouldn't have made it out too many more passes. So that one is all converted over, ready to go. We're going to convert this one, get it going. As you can see, the Pro Mod is waiting on a few things to be able to get the new 4-link bars and everything set back up inside her, and then I'll get the rear end and all that set up, because next week that car, Survivor, is headed up to Modern Racing to get measured for a wiring harness.
No, we're not. Ready? Well, that was good. Slightly. You sprayed me. Car sprayed me.
All right, guys, so you seen we got money bag fired up, ready to go. Went through, had to crack the throttle a couple times. Lauren's dad was here. He's been on me about coming to the shop and looking at all the cars. He's old hot rod guy, and I told him, I said, man, when we get all the cars back in the shop, I'll get Lauren to bring you over and you can come check them all out. So that was the first time he was here. I told him he lucked out because it was right at time as we were getting ready to putting this thing together to be able to get it fired up. So Jesse and then went through, primed the oil system, got that all primed, had great oil pressure, went ahead and topped it off, and we got to fire it up for him. He got to hear a couple throttle walks. He's gone now because he has to go to a doctor's appointment here in a couple hours, so they had to get out of here. But it was cool to have him come over here and see that. But now that that one's done, we're going to finalize it. We already went through the valves and stuff. Everything's good. We're going to set it on the ground, put the pans on. Make sure y'all clean those pans out. Put the pans on, get this car out of here. We're done. We do have to finalize prenup. We got to put the rocker stands on, the push rods, all that, and get everything ready on that one, and then we're going to fire her up. Another thing that we did, guys, especially living here in Florida, it's a lot of humidity. These motors, they sweat, they change climates whenever we're traveling around. So we got this new fogging oil that we spray down inside the cylinders. We spray on the springs, the rockers, everything. It won't hurt nothing. It will actually absorb into the oil and it'll be fine. But what it does is it prevents everything from rusting. Here lately, especially it's been so hot out, firing them up, trying to cool them down here in the Florida heat, they generate a lot of sweat and they actually rust up. So we broke a few springs. We feel like that's the reason why, is because they've got that rust coating on them and they possibly just gotten weaker. Don't know. So we called up Noonan, asked if there was something that we could do for living out here in Florida, especially when we leave the state and we go up to these states that aren't as hot or have the humidity that we have down here. So Barry at Noonan got me hooked up with this fogging oil. He said, Justin, just go ahead and spray it in there. Don't drown it, but spray it in there enough, you know it's all lubed up. So that's what we did. But Money Bag is ready to go. Travis will be back in the seat. He will be driving this car for SwanFest, and we're going to move right on over to getting prenup done.
All right, guys, so one reason really why I wanted to film this, because everybody says I don't do nothing. I don't do no work. But we're putting push rods and the rocker stand and all that on now. Jesse and Will got the transmission and converter all back in, ready to go. I'm gonna show you something pretty cool with these Noonan setups. Lee White's the one that showed me this. You know, you can put this engine at 50 degrees before top dead center, and I'll go through the process of what we do to speed it up, as in not having to take all the rocker arms off to put the stands on. You can take the stands on and put all the rocker arms on individually, but there is a sequence. If you can put it up on 50 degrees before top dead center, the way the cam and all that is in the engine, the way that the lifters are pushed down, it allows us to be able to put the rocker stand on with only 2 rockers taken off each side. It's been a while actually since I've done this, so I want to say it's number 4 intake and 8 exhaust.
Yes.
And then it's number 5 exhaust, 7 intake.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the ones that are there. So we're going to show y'all a little bit. But now that we got these inside here real quick, we're going to get our pressure lube. We got our extreme pressure lube. We just put that on the tip of our push rods just to make sure, you know, they are lubed up whenever we get ready to fire this thing up as well. All right. And this stuff will just dissolve in the oil, guys, so it doesn't do nothing to the engine. All right, so now what we'll do is, let me take this from Jesse. All right, guys, so like I said, we put this engine at 50 degrees for top dead center. What we try to do is you just try to look down through there and see the level of the push rods. Like I said, this one here, number 5 exhaust and 7 intake, basically act like those are eliminated because we don't have the rockers on the stand right now. It looks like we can put this side on first compared to this side, because 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, see how these are all uneven? I don't know if you can really see down through there, but so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw this stand on first that's over here, and then we're gonna slowly get this thing put back together. VP is the only brake clean that we use. All right, where's that orange hammer? Where's the small one? Got it? Good. We don't need you.
Okay.
Yeah, stand back.
I'm staying back.
Go ahead and step back a little bit. You're too hard. See, and it allows you to keep the rocker arms on and be able to put it on. We don't allow Will to do it because Will is the type of person that likes to throw his hands into places where it doesn't need to be. And it makes it a lot more difficult. So, go ahead. I'm glad. You see how he tried to throw his hands inside there real quick. So now Jesse's gonna go through, he's gonna put these nuts on, get this side torqued down, and then we will turn this motor 360 degrees, which then will allow us to put these other two rocker arms on back here, number 5 exhaust and 7 intake, but it also allows us to put that stand on that side. Like I said, you can take all the rocker arms off, but if you're in between rounds and say you hurt something or anything, it is easier to go through this sequence process so we can get the whole entire rocker stand off at one time.